Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the reading for Blackpink member for Lisa, and this person that is, I believe his name is Frederick. So yeah, I remember in Jesus reading I did mention my sort of experience in the past while trying to read for these two, that actually it was so confusing and I just couldn't concentrate on the reading, and the reading also didn't make any sense, because people are like speculating that these two are dating. So yeah, I didn't get back then a very like clear scenario. That's why I didn't do the reading. But now I was like, because I do follow Lisa on Instagram, so I was checking her pictures and she looked amazing. She looked like very happy. She is a very happy girl in general, but there's something changing also in her, I don't know, body language or the way she's showing herself more. So, I'm loving this for them, all of them. So I was like, okay, maybe this is time to pull the cards. And honestly, guys, I'm amazed at all the cards that I got here. Like, I don't want to spoil anything because I want you to join me for this process of interpreting the cards. But I'm like, whoa, what happened? Like, there's a lot of clarity, like in here. Like the cards are like, yay. So yeah, like I want you to join me in this reading. So yes, let's do this, please. If you like the channel, don't forget to give it a like, and show your support, please. I do appreciate it. I had read for Blackpink and the other members for a long time. So yeah, but you know me, how I am a bit resistant to reading for, couples or relationships that are not confirmed. You know that I'm a bit hesitant about this because I don't feel that is correct. Right now, I'm going to tell you energetically what I see, what I see in the cards, but then eventually we will have to wait for them to if they want to clarify the situation or if they want to make it official or not. That's up to them, but I'm going just to pull cards. I placed Frederick on the left and Lisa on the right. So yes, let's begin. He starts with the Sun card, the King of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Then from Lisa's side, we have the Temperance, the Page of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. And the relationship as an overall, we have the Empress, Five of Pentacles, and Nine of Cups. A lot of cups, actually. First of all, from his side, he got very happy cards. He definitely is very happy. He feels very, very joyful when he's next to her, next to Lisa. There's a lot of openness, and I believe that this King of Cups, it represents him and his energy. I don't know his birth date. I don't know his sign. But if I have to guess, I would say he is a water sign. He could be like a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. This is what I'm getting energetically. I don't, maybe he's another sign, but this is what I'm getting. I'm getting that in this connection with her, he definitely is feeling very emotional, and he's feeling also very much in control. I don't know if he's older than her, but definitely that he is represented by this King of Cups. Definitely I see him like this guy that is very stable when it comes to his emotions. That he has experiences, or he has emotional intelligence. He has the ability to somehow, organize his emotions and to not let himself get carried away by emotions or feelings, because definitely he feels a lot. He is an emotional guy. He probably has feelings. He probably is someone very sensitive, someone also very spiritual. There's something about him being, more sensitive than others, maybe a bit of an intuitive person. But in this case, I think that the cards that he got are all about being happy. So about Lisa and how he feels about Lisa, he feels like he is in this like very long celebration. Like he never stops smiling. Like there's something here with the sun and the Four of Wands. So I think that someone mentioned something about them being having a sort of being on vacation together. It could be because the Sun card and the Four of Wands, they sort of lets me know that he's showing how he feels, or he's like being this King of Cups, emotional and open and sweet and loving. He's been this with her in an open space, like on the outside, like under the sunlight, like something about like he's definitely not hiding, that he definitely finds her like very amusing. Like there's something about each other being very fun, very like being very funny when they are together. Like, and I think that this is actually very positive for him, because it sort of helps him connect with his inner child. Him being represented here with the King of Cups, I have the feeling that probably that guy doesn't have fun that often. Like I don't know why I get that he's probably surrounded by a lot of like responsibilities and just like serious business, or just like being surrounded by older people. So there's something about him being with Lisa, or him feeling like being with Lisa is like being on holiday all day, or being celebrating all day and being smiling all day, and just like, and when I think about the Sun card, that in the Sun card there's like this small child, riding on a white horse, and the child is naked. So there's something also about him feeling like he can be himself with her. That definitely he has fun. He can act his age. He can be silly. He can be goofy. But definitely he's feeling like, here with the King of Cups, I can see that probably now he's slowly like owning his feelings, owning that there's something emotional that is connecting him to her. And he's like, okay, like I cannot, like definitely I have to, I have to like recognize, and I have to own that today I feel like, I don't know if he wants to ask her out, I don't know if he wants to, make something official, or he feels like he should be the one that sort of guides the relationship, like the one that sort of like is like, I don't know, he wants to be very responsible when it comes to this, because the King of Cups is also very much about, okay, I have so much feelings, I have so much emotions, I feel so intensely, but the King is more like, okay, I need to center myself, like I need to act like an adult, I need to give a sort of a structure to what I'm feeling, not get all romantic and all lovey-dovey, and then not, not compromise, or not being real or consistent about it. The King of Cups definitely lets me know that he's serious about this. But for him, this is a process of, of slowly, owning that he definitely does have feelings, and not running away from these feelings. This is why I'm happy that he is represented by this King of Cups, because he could be represented by another character, and we could be actually seeing, someone that could be a bit immature, or someone that could be a bit deceiving or manipulator, someone manipulating, that yes, I feel like this for you, but I don't know where we are going, And in this case, for him, I see a lot of emotional maturity, and I think that this is great. I think that probably for him, it took a while. I don't think that he had always been like this. because there's a lot of feelings involved. So definitely, I think that he's just trying to like slow down a bit and be like, okay, where are we going with all of this that I'm feeling? You know, he probably also it took a while for him to accept that this that he was feeling was strong and that he wanted to do something about it and not keep it to himself. You know, because sometimes the King of Cups, or you know, when it's all about emotions, yes, you do feel it, you know it, but there's also a fear of vulnerability. You know, like, okay, what do I do? Do I tell her? What if she doesn't like it? Or what if I'm not sure? You know, and in here I see him that the more time he spends with her, the more secure he feels. You know, the more, you know, he's letting his guards down. He's like, okay, like, yeah, I'm looking at you, and yeah, I have some feelings, you know, but yeah, and also I think that if they are in this stage of, you know, having time together, spending time together, I think that they are also doing it with other people present. You know, like somehow like other people are in there as well. I don't see him like being intimate or being with her alone. That's why I think that he's trying to control himself. You know, he's trying to not overwhelm her with like, okay, let's see each other today, tomorrow, and next week. You know, I think that he's trying to be a gentleman. He's trying, because I see him like he inside he's very emotional and he can actually become a bit like, okay, I'm feeling very intense. But he's trying to show himself as a gentleman. You know, he's like, okay, I'm not a child. Like, you know, slow down. Like, you know, center your emotions. Like, take control of your emotions. You know, he's trying to be mature, you know. Because somehow, you know, because he's so happy and he enjoys her company, there's something about him, you know, also like letting go a bit of resistances and also showing himself the way he is. But he doesn't want to look like a fool. So he doesn't want to creep her out. So he's trying to, you know, to be like, okay, I have to, you know, I have to contain myself. I have to be mature. I have to be mature. I cannot always be this goofy, you know. And in the case of Lisa, we have the Temperance, the Page of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. You know, when I saw the Two of Cups from her side, I'm like, oh my God, this is what's going on, Lisa. Like she's like, she's like, oh, I'm kind of available to connect with you emotionally. With the Temperance, I think that definitely, if you notice that there's something about Lisa showing a much more like happier attitude and just being happy in general. I think that Lisa is someone that, despite of, because I had read for her and some matters about her, the company, the group, and honestly, I know that there's a lot of people that speculate about her, you know, creating some changes because there had been some mistreatments. And honestly, with the cards that I have here, even though I'm reading for her and this guy, I feel like Lisa with the Temperance card, she's definitely healing. Like, I don't see her troubled. You know, I don't see that, oh, maybe she's like, you know, there's someone that is like, you know, making her feel anxious, or she's worried, or she's tired, or she's exhausted. No, Lisa is living her life and she's feeling very much centered. Finally, she's feeling like she's healing from some wounds from the past. She's slowly also releasing a lot of, you know, past emotions. She's learning from her past experiences as well. She's also like becoming stronger emotionally. She's not afraid of the future. She's feeling very brave. But also, you know, I think that in her case, she's represented here by this Page of Pentacles. So I think that she's in this process where she's like kind of in the observer mode. You know, she's like, oh yeah, I would accept your cup of love. You know, here with the Two of Cups, like, really, I can see that you're making a proposition to me. Really, I appreciate it. I like you. Like, there's a reciprocity in here coming from her. But there's also this sort of distance, you know, this sort of like, she definitely is represented here by a page, that the page is someone that is sort of like a student, is an amateur in life. So I think that she does recognize herself as someone that is still learning about relationships and about life in general. And I believe she kinda is going to be like, yeah, I like you too, but let's take this slow, because actually I'm feeling very well. Like I feel like I'm in a good period of my life, and probably he makes her feel very well. He makes her feel at peace with herself and her history, but at the same time she's still evaluating him. She's still like observing him. She's still like, there's a connection here. There's like correspondency. I think that she likes him. There's like a very strong emotional pull between them, that I think that probably she doesn't say that much. She doesn't say much, but they just look at each other, and she looks at him, and it's like, yeah, I feel it too. Like they sort of are very intuitive towards each other. I think that is her moon in Scorpio that is feeling also like, like, oh yeah, like I'm feeling the vibe. I'm feeling that you have emotions for me, and I feel it, and I let you know that I also feel something for you. But here with the Page of Pentacles, it's more like, let's take this slow. Like, I don't want this to get ruined. She's still observing him. She's still like, and also she's also recognizing that for her this is a huge step. Maybe she feels like she doesn't have much experience in relationships. So, and also probably she's also focused on work. There's something about the pentacle coming in here that it's also about work, or somehow, how work, relationships, and just being working her whole life has somehow like made her being a bit more cautious about people and relationships. That even though she does crave connection and she does want him, or she maybe likes him, but she's like, okay, you have to be patient with me, because I'm not sure yet. And this is not about him, but this is more about her taking it slow, because she doesn't want to get her heart broken. This is more about her like observing him, and just taking it slow, and not, and she's an Aries, so it definitely it definitely caught my attention that she didn't get any cards that would indicate that she's sort of like this fiery girl that we see on stage. Actually no, she's actually very calm, very centered. She's probably thinking about stability with him. She probably is like, I want a serious relationship. And she's like studying the possibility. She's like, okay, what it would be like for us to build something with this. She definitely doesn't want something, that is not going to be stable. She's like, okay, like let me review the proposition that you sent me, and I will get back to you when I'm ready. I think that this, of course, doesn't mean, I don't think that she denies that there's an attraction, that there's a connection, but definitely because she does feel that there's an emotional connection, she's taking it slow because of this, because she's feeling something. So she's like, please be patient with me, because for me this is serious, for me this is important. So yeah, like I love it. I love it. This is the first time that I see cards like this for Lisa. So in her own style, she's also like introducing maturity to her bonds, and this is not, about her like bringing back like old disappointments from the past, or someone betrayed her, no, but it's also recognizing that she's doing very well. Here with the Temperance, she's doing very well when it comes to healing a lot of things, letting go of a lot of, bad habits, or, maybe herself not really enjoying her life, and being always angry. So there's something about her being actually at peace with herself and others. So she's like, okay, now I'm ready to receive the good things in life, because I deserve it. But she's still, like putting her getting closer to the shore, to the river, and sort of like putting her toes into the water, into the shore, like approaching the shore very slowly, sort of like tipping the toes a bit, into the water of emotions. She says slowly, like, okay, like, yeah, I see you, you see me, and there's something about them really getting each other emotionally. Like, I don't think these guys need to talk. I think that they just look at each other and they know it. But let's see, what they do with this connection, she definitely doesn't want to be rushed. And then from the other cards, we got the Empress, Five of Pentacles, and Nine of Cups. A lot of cups and a lot of prosperity. With the prosperity, I think that definitely there's something about probably this connection has a lot of potential. It could be also from them connecting to also working together in something. But honestly, I think that there's something about that even though both of them are very prosperous and both of them are living a very good life, and they had always been very hardworking and sort of very successful people at their business, and very prosperous and very optimistic, and also people that always find ways to sort of like multiplicate their blessings, and being this sort of like these very abundant people, but because they work really hard for it. But here with the Five of Pentacles, there's something about them inside being feeling a bit like the ugly duckling. Both of them in their interior side, both of them maybe are like, okay, am I good enough for this person? Like, does this person really like me? I think that both of them do struggle a bit with self-esteem, even though on the outside you can see them like being unglamorous, being all famous. Them as people, I think that this connection is going to sort of like have them a bit on the doubts, like about like, okay, am I good enough for this person? Is she attracted to me? Is he attracted to me? There's something about them having their own insecurities inside of them. So them, probably not saying it to each other, but them feeling like, oh, I think that I'm inferior to her or to him. I don't deserve it. There's something about them feeling like, okay, like there's no way I could be with this person, and I think that is mutual. I don't think that it comes just from one side. I think that each other, both of them have also this wound or this fear of rejection. It's like, oh, what if this person like really gets to know me the way I am and they just don't like me anymore? So there's a lot to work on. Here with the Nine of Cups, there's a sense of, I think that they are going to, at the end, once they overcome the fears and their insecurities, they can create something beautiful. A dream come true can happen. And there's something about one of them getting their wish come true that I think that it has to do with the other person agreeing to be with them or saying yes to a proposition. But yeah, I definitely think that they shouldn't let these insecurities sort of like push them apart, and create unnecessary misunderstandings, because I see that since both of them are very emotional, there's something about them sometimes not talking about like, okay, yeah, I feel like, I don't know if you really like me. So I don't see them like both like accepting that they feel a bit like, oh, like, is this person for me? Or, so I think that they should like, open to receive that this is a blessing and this has potential in the future. So yeah, guys, this is all I have for the two of them. It was a beautiful reading. I'm glad I waited to pull the cards because today the scenario is totally different. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.